Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Seraphis, our level 37 Worgen Mage. Say g'day, Seraphis.
Our fates are intertwined.
Our fates are indeed intertwined as we look out over the beautiful vista there of the Southern Barrens. How awesome does that look, folks? And of course, you may remember at the end of the last episode, we came here to this Raptor Den. That's right, that's what our next quest is. If we have a look in our log, you can see here we've got scavenged, retrieve 10 Northwatch Supply Crates from the Raptor Den, and that's exactly what we're going to do. It says here that we discovered a cargo manifest on a body down below there, detailing a long list of sundries that was urgently needed for the front lines, and a bloody trail in the dirt indicated that bodies were dragged south of here towards the Raptor dens, and they say that the raptors may have dragged away the supplies as well. Retrieving those supplies for Corporal Tegan could help salvage this disaster. If we have a look on the map here, we can see we're right next to these Raptor dens, and again, you may remember these if you've ever quested in the Barrens before. What you may not remember, of course, is what it looks like now, and if we have a quick squiz in the background there, you'll see that we've got that great big chasm down the middle of the Barrens, splitting it effectively into two there. We've actually got the Northern and the Southern Barrens now. If we have a look on our map and we zoom right out, you can see here we are, the two different zones, Northern Barrens, Southern Barrens, whereas once upon a time it was all one. Just for a reference, that little hut that I'm circling right now with my mouse, that is the crossroads. Just so you get an idea of where we're talking about. And if we zoom in there, the crossroads are around about, where are they? Somewhere around here. They should highlight on the map. Oh, Wailing Caverns. And Crossroads is, there we go, yep, so in there, that's what we're talking about. That is now the Northern Barrens. It's not all one part, and of course where we are is right on the cusp of them on the Southern Barrens. You can also see off in the distance there the oasis that's always been there, but over this way we've actually got lush green forest, which is highly unusual for the Barrens. So we'll be making our way over there, I think, to meet up with Captain Tegan. You can see that there he is, Tegan's troubles. Report to Corporal Tegan, sorry, not Captain Tegan, at Tegan's expedition in the Southern Barrens, and that is right over in that general direction. So lots to look forward to there. Meanwhile, of course, we've got things to do. We've got supply crates to grab. We've got, we've got these raptors to skin, actually, because we want to try and get our skinning up as always. Let's see if we can grab this guy, and hopefully Vista will stop messing about as usual. There we go. No, yes, no. Can never seem to make up its mind. There we go. Alright, and we want to skin this guy. Let's see what it takes our skinning up to, and it is, oh, nothing. So that's interesting. That particular one, that means we must be getting close to a new tier of skinning, which is good news. So let's have a look in our spell book. Go to our professions, and you can see here, yeah, so skinning is now 218 out of 240, so we're definitely getting close. Alright, so we need to clear ourselves a path in order to get into the Raptor dens themselves. And of course we want to grab those supplies to take with us. Right, let's see if our skinning will give us a skill up, and it did, up to 219, fantastic. Alright, yeah, these are definitely very familiar Raptor dens, and I'm sure they are for you as well if you've ever played in the Barrens before. Good old sound of clear casting there, we love that. Now, another thing you might notice is a little bit different to normal is that we're actually playing in the morning. Well, it's kind of technically the afternoon. It's 12:25. I'm on holiday today, which is nice. We've got a public holiday here in Melbourne, and that means I can actually play during the day. So that means, of course, you can see we've got clear blue skies, the daytime skies, given that the game is actually real time. So it's not often that we get to see these clear blue skies. Normally it's dark because we're playing at night. So that makes for a nice little change. And there we go, Vista's decided to start recording at 60 frames per second now. So honestly don't know what that is, but anyhow, there we go, 1 out of the 10 Northwatch Supply Crates. Can you see what I see up there? That's right, we've got ourselves some ore. Well, that was a wasted blink, wasn't it? Didn't get very far at all. We've got some iron here. There we go. So that's absolutely increased our mining. You can see it's gone up in the chat log there to 139. If we have a look again at our skill book and then into our professions, you'll see we're 139 of 225. If we look in our bags, we should see, where was that iron? Where did it go? Let's have a look. Oh, yikes. Hang on. Also notice that we've got ourselves some shoes as well. Let's frost over this guy. Oh, and I'm so lagged that it didn't actually pop off. Interesting. And now it's back to 60 frames per second. Vista, you're a pain in the rear. Seriously, what are you doing? Good lord. Alright, there it is up the top there. So iron ore, that's a new type of ore for us. It's the next tier up. And of course we normally are used to getting copper and tin and silver and things like that. But iron is new. That's good for us. That means more money on the auction house. Now let's have a look at these Boots of the Fallen Brother. They are what we dropped, or rather what dropped off that raptor we killed, which is great. Can't use them. They're male. That's okay. We can actually sell them on the AH. And the same with this cloak here as well, which is better than ours in a number of ways. But of course it has less intellect, so we don't want to wear that. Anytime, of course, we can control click and see what it looks like on us in the wardrobe. That's no problem. Alright, that's soulbound. What else have we got there? Some silk cloth. That's going to be great for, I think, for our bandaging. Let's again go into our professions tab. We go into first aid. You can see here we're 200 out of 300. If we actually have a look, you can see we can make lots of heavy silk bandages, which is great, and they will actually be able to let us skill up quite a lot. So we want all the silk that we can get. Thank you very much. Alright, let's carry on collecting up these supplies. Must admit, I do love questing in the Barrens. It brings back so many great memories. Some pretty horrible memories as well, but they're great all the same. Good old Barrens chat. You know it. And of course, all these familiar creatures. Oop, there's a Terratooth runner. Grab that as it goes past. Wow, he certainly charged at us, didn't he? There we go. Oh, and another one. What's this one? A Terratooth Scythe Claw. Lock him down. Just get out of his melee range and pummel him with good old arcane missiles. There we go. It's all gone nuts. 200 XP though. Well worth killing those. And of course, our skinning taking us to 222 there. And look at that. There's another Northwatch crate of supplies there. Skinning is up to 224 already. 2 out of 10 crates. And there's another one there. You can just see them against the backdrop of the dry grass. There's a couple over here as well. It's interesting. Looks like the raptors have had a bit of a feed going on here. And Vista's back to 60 frames per second again. I don't know what it is. It just seems to take a while to settle down. Once it does, it seems fine. I wish I knew what it was, but I honestly couldn't tell you. Alright. Let's take out this Terratooth Scythe Claw. Can't even talk. Too early in the morning for me to be filming. Not used to this time. Probably shouldn't have used a frostbolt there because he was nearly dead. We could have used a much faster instant skill. But hey, never mind. What we will do is have ourselves a little bit of our soft banana bread down there because you can see our health is getting a little bit low. So let's have some food. Again, one of the great things about being a cook, of course, we have a look in here. And those particular ones there I'm just buying from the vendor. But if you are a cook, quite often the food that you buy, yeah, in fact you can see there, the Calderai spider kebab. You might remember it's been a while since we've done our cooking. Only 42 out of 75. But you can see if you spend at least 10 seconds eating it, you'll actually become what's known as well fed. And you'll get that buff and you'll gain 2 stamina and spirit for 15 minutes. So your own cooked food is always much better than the vendor bought stuff, especially if you're going on a run. Everybody wants their food buffs, so it does absolutely pay to become a cook as early as possible and certainly level it up a lot faster than I'm doing. I have to dedicate some time to that at some point. Really nice that we're getting 200 XP per kill here as well, and our leather, of course, up to 226 for our skinning. Nearly cleaned out the area. Once again, loving the Barrens. So many wonderful memories flooding back of leveling up our hordes. I'm sure you guys have got lots of Barren stories. I'm sure I've asked you before, but go on, tell us some more. What's your Barren story? If you're an old school WoW player, especially an old school WoW player, I'd love to hear your stories about Crossroads, about Mankrik, about the Silithids, and of course about Camp. Oh, what was that camp? Hang on, let's have a look on the map. I think it's gone. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see it, am I? Because of course I'm Alliance. What was the camp that was down here somewhere? Can't remember its name now. It wasn't Crossroads, it was something else. Anyway, that's all been done over by the Alliance now, unfortunately, which is really sad. And of course, all your stories of running back and forth up and down the zone, such a large zone, well before you ever had a mount as well. Gosh, those were the days. Actually, while we're in the Barrens, you know what we'll have to do is we'll have to pop up and have a look at the Monument to the Fallen Warrior. I don't know if you know about that, but I'll save it as a surprise if you don't. And that's in, well, what's called the Northern Barrens now. Hopefully it's still there. Oh, well, I'd love to know, you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to be able to sit down with somebody from Microsoft who actually helped design Vista and just honestly ask them what on earth they were thinking or why they designed things the way they did, because it's seriously the most awful operating system, I think, to known man. It's just, the way it handles its memory is just diabolical. Like, you'd think anyone with half a brain wouldn't allow that to actually be sold, but anyway, back to 30 frames per second. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm sure it'll go back up to 60 again for no apparent reason at some point. Anyway, enough complaining about Vista. Who cares if the frame rate gets a bit choppy? We're here to enjoy the game, and that is exactly what we're going to do. 231 on our skinning. Gosh, we're getting ever close to the next tier, and you can see there that that is 240. So we might as well make the most of all of these fine skinnable animals that are around here at the moment. Do some good old-fashioned hunting. 232, only 8 to go until we actually hit the limit on it. And then of course we'll be back to Darnassus to train up. Oh, and notice we've got a nice set of green gloves there. What is it? No, it's chest. Oh, and they're leather. They'll sell well on the AH with plus 11 agility to them there. That'll be nice for a rogue to use. Very handy. Alright, so what's our skinning up to now? It is, go to the professions, 233, 7 more to go. Let's just do some more quick hunting around here. Seeing as we're here. Loving this scenery, by the way. You really do feel like you're out in a big, wild, open, sort of dry, arid region. It's fantastic. The Barrens have always nailed that feel very, very well. And of course, even more interesting now, post-Cataclysm, with all of these crazy places in the Barrens that you'd never expect, like jungle. Good lord, what is going on? I'll grab that hyena up the top there, this Hickle Fang. And hopefully that'll, take our skinning up to 235. Let's have a look at this great divide. What do we got down the bottom there? We've got water, as obviously goes out to the ocean there. And then the further inland you get, there's actually flames and lava that appear at the bottom of that. You don't want to fall in, presumably. Right, there's the good old Elder Zevra out, and another Heckle Fang. We'll take that. Thank you very much. We shall have your hide. Now, we may actually also be able to pull down a bird from up there, one of those Barrens vultures. We'll go try. Alright, that didn't give us a skill point, and of course at this stage in the skinning tier, not every single one is going to. Alright, that one did 236. Alright, let's see if we can grab one of these. Maybe up the top there. Can we get in range? Oh, I think we're going to have to grab this guy first or he's going to be onto us. See the shadow of another one up the top there, and we got ourselves another green drop there. Slayer's Sash, look at that, 6 strength, 4 stamina. That's great for a young tank, that particular belt there, male, so obviously we'll pop that up on the AH as well. Now, where did these birds go? They've flown off. What? No! We want to pull down a bird. Where are you? Right, can we see them? No. Ah, there it is. Alright. Yep, looks like we're going to be able to grab that Barrens Vulture down. Alright, he didn't last very long. Only level 12, of course. And look at that, it even dropped itself a green. Now, by the way, you can't skin birds, just in case you're wondering. Look at this, it's been a green loot fest. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, 5 actually. 5 greens drop. That's a nice mace as well for a caster. If you're able to wield one, like a shaman or something like that. +1 spell power for a low level caster. Very nice indeed. Whoops, and looks like Vista's having another fit. Let's just persist, see if it stops. In the meantime, we'll just carry on with our skinning shenanigans. Alright, there we go. Isn't it hilarious? It's just funny, that's all it is. All you can do is laugh. As always, no idea what was going on. Yeah. Alright, let's carry on with our skinning here. We're up to 237. Getting oh so close. A lovely 200 XP for that zebra as well. See if we can grab that Terratooth runner right up the top. And of course, not getting any XP for that one because it's level 29. And also no skill up for our skinning of that particular one. So we're getting so close to the cap. Alright, will we get a skill up? Yes, 238. Only 2 to go. Yay, clear casting. Free spell, effectively. $239, folks. How awesome is this? 1 more to go. We've been doing so well on our skinning, haven't we? Actually, I wonder what our mining's at. I haven't checked for a little while. 139 out of 225. We definitely need to find ourselves some more nodes. Oh, a knockback there from the Hecklefang Scavenger. And look at that, there we go. Got ourselves a new ability, Master of Anatomy. Skinning all those dead animals has broadened your anatomical knowledge, increasing your crit strike rating by 9. I'll show you that in a minute. That's a nice passive bonus that we get from skinning. And we've got ourselves a professional expert achievement. Obtained 225 skill points in a profession. Well done to you, Seraphis. That is fantastic. I think you deserve a bit of a clap there. No? How about now? There you go. Well done to you. In fact, yeah, let's have a look at that. If we go to our professions, you'll see that we've got these bonuses up here. Mining gives toughness, and that actually increases your stamina, whereas skinning gives you this crit strike rating increase, which is fantastic. All right, so we definitely need to go and train that up. All right, let's head on our way to the quest hand-in, of course, which is to Corporal Tegan at the Tegan's expedition in the foresty area, I believe. Now, if you're going to say, hey, Sambo, why are you bothering skinning when you're not going to get any more skill ups? Because we are skill capped here, 240 out of 240. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that, of course, we want these hides and we want them for the auction house because you've seen how much they sell for. We can make lots and lots of money from the medium leather. And of course, everybody wants those leather workers, tailors, you name it. There's a use for leather in multiple places within the game. And it always sells well on the auction house, so there's no way we're going to stop that just because we're skill capped. And these raptor eggs as well. You've heard me say in the past, any eggs that you pick up, you definitely want to keep them. You can see up there we've got 13 of them. Put them in the bank because come Christmas time, everybody needs those to make their Christmas stuff, their Christmas drinks. If people are going for the Christmas achievements, one of the main ingredients in one of the eggnogs is, it's right, an egg. And whether you have raptor eggs or I think any sort of eggs will do. So make sure you don't sell them off. Keep them throughout the year and you'll be very glad that you did.
I need a target.
Alright, we've got some Tauren stuff over here. We've got some, looks like they're meat lockers. Very cool. Oh no, that's a graveyard. You can see they are actually little like mummies. So this must be a spirit res point when you die as the Horde. I'd imagine this is where you come back. I honestly can't remember, to be honest. Come on, Vista. What you doing? Do we have to pause? No? Okay. And look at that, we've got ourselves a dust-hoofed giraffe. That's a new mob that you won't have seen before. And of course, again, native to the Barrens. You want to see how it attacks? There you go. As Vista decides to chug along, but yes, it attacks with its front feet, kicking away. And of course we can skin those as well. There we go. Alright, so here we go folks, we're getting closer to the new area in the Barrens. Very interesting. So it looks like some kind of alliance outpost, but will you look at this? It's actually weird. There's forest and Vista's going nuts. I'm going to pause so we don't ruin this. We'll be right back. Alright, seems to have calmed down a little bit. Alright, here we go into this new area of the Barrens. Here we go, Tegan's expedition. Discovered Tegan's expedition. Look at this. Can you believe it, folks? Look at this lush area in the middle of the Barrens. Unbelievable. Let's have a look on the mini-map, and the main map rather, where we are. Here we go, the forward command, Tegan's expedition in the Overgrowth. In smack in the middle of the Barrens. Unbelievable, isn't it? You can see we've got a whole bunch of dwarves here and some humans. And here he is, Corporal Tegan.
What can I do for you?
Well, let's see. Keep hacking at the Overgrowth. That doesn't work. We're going to start burning. Interesting. Look at this mess. I was told the Barrens would be barren. And he's saying the jungle appeared overnight and has already swallowed up my camp and choked off the roads. Interesting. Alright, so let's have a look at Tegan's troubles here. So, Paxton says there's no jungle in the Barrens. What do you call this? I've got a pile of supplies to move to the interior, and my camp has already been overrun by a forest that, I swear, grows by the hour. Okay, that definitely sounds very crazy, doesn't it? 1500 XP for that scavenged. What? My supply caravan was sacked by those cold-blooded scissor paw things? And there we go, hand that in. My supplies, well, that showed some real initiative, mage. Those rap saws, or whatever they're called, have torn lesser men to ribbons. Thank you very much.
Go with honor, friend.
You are welcome. Look at this, they've actually got their clothes hanging out to dry there as well. How cool is that? All the little details. Alright, so it looks like we can pick up some new quests here. And who have we got? We've got guards, we've got a worker, we've got Gaucho. Interesting, a leatherworking supplier there. Old Dirty Pete. What's he got to say for himself?
What can I do for ya?
This ain't the first time I've been stuck up to me teeth in a jungle that up and done ambushed me. I've been all over the world, missy, and I'll be hog-smacked if this one's going to be the end of me. Oh look, we can say, tell me a story, old Dirty Pete. Okay, so I won't read through it. That looks interesting. So it looks like it's a bit of lore and a bit of fun there. Just flicking through them. Alright, that's kind of cool. We like that. Alright, let's have a chat to Gaucho here.
How are ya?
There's some good hunting to be found here in the Barrens if you've got the stomach for it. Filthy animals. Hey, come here. What you doing wandering away? I'm trying to get a quest off you. Come here. There we go. Alright, you've probably caught wind of some of them Hecklefang scavengers on the way in. They reek worse than old Dirty Pete here. Worthless animals, and of course we have because we've been skinning them. They steal our kills, rummage through our supplies, and worse, they ain't good for eating. Go kill some, then kill some more if you want to. He's saying to kill 6 Hecklefang scavengers, and we get ourselves some rings there, and it does have intellect on it, but unfortunately not to the level of the ones that we already have, so that's okay. We'll still accept the quest. Now we do want to actually browse his goods. If you'll stop bloody moving around. There we go, we want to repair up. And we want to sell off our white goods. There we are, all gone. Plus I think we've got some, what do we got here? A soulbound ring that we want to get rid of, I think. Yep, definitely want to get rid of that. Get rid of this melon juice. A soft bushy tail, which is for a quest, but that's okay. Mystery meat, we'll get rid of that. We definitely want to keep our medium hide. Now, anything else that's soulbound here, there you go, the boots of the fallen brother, they're soulbound. The cloak is soulbound. And the rest of these, of course, we're dropping off our wonderful little kills back there so we can pop them on the auction house. All good. Alright, Raptor flesh, we want to keep all of those. All of those will be going to the auction house. Alright, there we go, all sold up. Got a lot to put on the AH, haven't we? It's fantastic. Alright, Corporal Tegan. Let's see what he's got. Make him squeal. One of the native species in Kalimdor is the quillboar. Prickly little buggers, reason enough to hate this continent. The raids started shortly after we established our forward camps. Worse, these spiny fiends seem to thrive in this thorny, I was going to say horny, there you go, thorny hell of a jungle. I need you to help beat them back so we can re-establish contact with forward command. While you're out there, acquire one of those twisted branches their casters seem to be using to manipulate the jungle growth. Interesting. Alright, so we've got to kill any combination of 8 bristleback blade wardens or deviate thornweavers and collect a bramble staff from one of the thornweavers. Now again, if you've actually quested out in the Barrens before, you'll remember having to go and get those sort of piggy type people, definitely on the Horde quest line. Don't remember ever having to do it here on the Alliance, so that's new, that's cool. A failure to communicate. I told him he was a fool, but Ambassador Gaines insisted he could negotiate an alliance with the Quillboar against the Horde. Even if he succeeded, I for one wouldn't want to fight those pigmen at my side. Yeah, there you go. Well, Gaines hasn't returned, and General Hawthorne will hold me accountable if I lose one of our best negotiators to these squealing savages. Locate the ambassador in this steaming mess of a jungle and rescue him if he's still alive. So there you go. We've got to rescue Ambassador Gaines from the Quillboar in the Overgrowth. This is awesome, isn't it? It's so cool. What do we got up there? Lashfine. Oh, look, there's a Lashfine up there. How amazing is this? This is very weird looking. Doesn't look like the Barrens at all. And in fact, yeah, look at those. 32, level 32 mobs. We'll just quickly pull one so you can check it out before we wrap up this episode. There we go, there's a Lashfine. Of course, you definitely see them for the first time if you roll a Draenei. They're wandering around in the Draenei starting zone. Interesting. Alright. I just can't believe this. Look at it. I mean, it's very pretty, but it just is so weird. I mean, there's the bramble thorns that we're used to, by the way. Definitely used to seeing those, but they're kind of like covered up in lush forest. This is most bizarre. Well, folks, I guess we've got our quests for the next episode. All of these mysteries. Oh, look at that. We've got an innervated adder, whatever the heck that is. And of course, because that's a critter, we can't actually skin that. But it may count towards the critter or pest achievements. Honestly, not sure. Anyway, lots and lots to do, lots of places to explore in this new part of the Barrens. Really looking forward to it, actually, because this is all new content for me as well. Come on, Vista. There we go. All right, folks, so lots to look forward to in the next episode as we explore all of these new areas, these new features and new content in the post-Cataclysm Barrens. Really looking forward to it. So I certainly hope you'll join me then. In the meantime, of course, it's myself, Sambo, Seraphis, our level 37 Worgen Mage here in the new Barrens, saying take care. Certainly hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care and bye-bye.